Good morning. It's the Call Flow Radio Show, and you're on the air.
Well, you can be if you give us a call at 434-394-0924. It is your Thursday, the 12th day of December. I'm Chris Wood. We're going to ask you to hold off on your calls for the first part of the program today because we do have a very special guest in our Francis E. Wood studio, but he's no stranger to the microphone. We've got Mayor Brian Vincent with us. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Doing well. You're looking very festive today.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got to get into it.
That's right.
Into the spirit.
Tis the season.
Tis the season. And how about your family? Is Harriet all finished decorating and shopping and all that stuff?
Well, I don't think the shopping's done. We were just talking about that. This Christmas is really, it was a shortened distance between, it felt like Thanksgiving and
That's
what's going to be Christmas. And so, yeah, we got some shopping we still need to do. But the house is decorated. The kids were dressing up as their favorite Christmas characters this morning. So our youngest dressed up as Grandma got ran over by the reindeer. So they're having fun with it, which is great.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes.
All right. You guys had a meeting this week?
Yes. We had a meeting last night. It was relatively short. We were in and out, and I think in about 35 minutes or so, we had some new business that we had discussed at work session. But first we had employee recognition for 25-year anniversaries. And so we had Crystal Barton, Albert Babbert, Sandra Stutler, Jeremy Mahan, and Daniel Elliott, all who are recognized for 25 years of service to the town.
Fantastic.
Which is always great. And I think it's a testament, one, to the work environment, but also to the character of the folks that we have employed in Farmville. And one of the things I said last night was that it always warms my heart around town because not only are the employees, I've always seen them appreciated and respected by the council, but the administration and, more importantly, the citizens of Farmville. I always hear from folks how much they appreciate the people who are employed here and the work they do. And so it's always great to recognize those folks.
Great.
And then we had our normal finance reports from our excellent finance director, Miss Julie Moore, covering October and November. Everything's moving along. And then the only real chunk of business we had was about a conditional use permit to allow for a mobile food truck on Griffin Boulevard at Griffin and Rayford. So Mr. Sprague owns a barbershop there.
I know. I've seen that.
Yeah, and so there's a number of businesses that are on that section of Griffin. And it recently was rezoned to R3, which would allow for a little bit more development in that area. And one of the things that then got brought up was Mr. Sprague had purchased a parking lot next to his barbershop business, and he wanted to be able to put some food trucks in there.
Oh, okay.
And so we granted a conditional use permit for him to put up to 2 food trucks in that parking lot. They'll fall within normal operating hours, all that, and all that. There are some conditions on that as far as cleanup and that sort of thing, and noise. But yeah, exciting opportunity for him to see what kind of business he can drum up from the college kids hopping across the street for donuts and that sort of thing.
Right. Yes.
We'll give that a run and see how it goes over there. And then we had an approval of updated employee policy and procedures handbook. It was kind of a procedural thing, with the advent of medical marijuana and medical marijuana cards. You now have to account for employees who may get a medical marijuana card, and then what lines of work still say that there's an impairment issue, like there are still some. And it's hard to measure the metrics of what that impairment is, right? But so you have to say that there are certain lines of work still that you can't utilize or be inhibited in any way. But you do have to take into account that there are going to be employees increasingly who do have medical marijuana cards and include that and policies about that in the handbook. And then we had an updated pay and classification plan study, which is a pretty procedural thing as well, looking at classifications. One of the things I think folks will be happy to hear is in that process was adding a staff member to our horticulturist, Jay Wilkinson's purview. And so he will get some help because he does such amazing work around town, and people really appreciate what he does, and he'll be able to have somebody who can help him out with that work going
make
forward.
it even more beautiful.
Yes. I mean, one of the things we are known for is how beautiful the town is, and so we want to keep that going.
Keep the mulch going and all that.
That's right. Yeah, all the planters around town.
Right, yeah.
Exactly. And so the last bit was just approving to advertise for our meeting dates next year. So just so people remember, we are always the first Wednesday of the month is work session. The second Wednesday of the month is the town council meetings. We will not have a work session in January because it falls on January 1st. Nobody wants to do that.
Nope.
So we canceled that work session, but we will have our regularly scheduled regularly scheduled town council meeting on January 8th. And closing out year 2 of this council with fresh 2 new members and myself as the mayor. And it feels like we're starting to hit our stride, which is good. And that is something that normally happens. I remember when I first got on the board for the Department of Wildlife Resources, a couple of the board members who'd been there for a while told me, it was like your first 2 years on a board or a body, you're learning. You're learning how other people operate. You're learning how to incorporate what you're bringing to the table into it, and how all that's going to kind of mix and move. And so, we've gotten through that 2-year process here with 2 new members and myself new as mayor, and I think we're starting to hit that groove. So I look forward to the next 2 years and what we can accomplish. We got some fun things on the horizon, good projects, and we'll continue to try and create and cultivate an environment that is a beautiful place to live, work, and recreate here in Farmville, Virginia.
Well, tell me, what is the difference between a work session and an actual board meeting?
Yeah. So work session is kind of where we try to have our lengthy discussions about the topics. The idea being the things that are going to come up before the body get brought up in work session so we can have real conversations about those things. There's no public comment period. There's none of that in a work session. It's the public can come, and you're more than welcome, absolutely, to. But you're just going to witness us deliberating on issues that are going to come before that body. We used to do committees here in Farmville, and we'd have committees, and we decided to try and give this a run when I came on as mayor, where we would do away with committees and just hammer out the work in work sessions a little more in-depthly. And that way it allows the full council to be there as opposed to just 3 members, because there was times where it would feel like 3 members decided to push something up to council and it was already a done deal. But then those council members had questions who weren't in the committee, and you would end up going over a lot of the same information and kind of circling around. And so trying to eliminate that, be a little more efficient. The work session allows everybody to be together deliberating on those issues so that when we get to the council meeting, what we've noticed is we're more efficient now in that council meeting because we've already had the discussions. Everybody already knows where they sit in their vote. And you can kind of get through the people's business and frees up more time for public comment.
Yeah, very interesting,
So that's the general idea behind it. And this body works pretty well together, and so I appreciate them. We'll have a retreat coming up in February. I believe it's February 7th. We're going to have a full-day retreat. It's biannual. We try to have it. So we'll have another one. We usually have 2 half-days, but with a body that's all the same, no changeovers from our last election, we don't feel like we need to have a lengthy retreat, so we can have a shortened version and just kind of revisit our goals, our strategic plan, figure out if we're on the
something else could come up.
Absolutely. You might want to shift in that review.
Right.
But it allows us to check in on our metrics of what we've accomplished and where we want to go. So excited for that.
Oh, that's good.
And then we do have a joint Board of Supervisors Town Council meeting that will be in January. I think it might be the 16th, which will be the second time we've done that since my time on as mayor has begun, and that gives us an opportunity to convene with that body and just kind of work on some potential projects and ideas together, and keep the camaraderie up between the two bodies. And so we've got some things going we're discussing. County Administrator Doug Stanley was at our meeting last night to give an update and referenced our 911 dispatch center and the possibility of us incorporating the Prince Edward County dispatch into our dispatch. So we'll see.
Oh, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. Trying to, it's been that way with the radio tower project and all that, just trying to get everybody kind of on the same page as far as first responders, emergency responders.
Right.
So always a good thing.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, the tree lighting went well, I'm sure.
Yeah, the tree lighting was great. It's such a fun thing. I was telling somebody about it the other day. My mother, who years ago, before I ran for mayor, moved to Charlottesville. She thought my younger sister was going to move there with her. And now she laments it because she wishes she had moved here. And the Christmas tree lighting is one of those things where she's like, man, it just looks like such a great hallmark moment. And it is. The community comes out. Everybody gets around the tree. It's such a fun event to see the kids running around having fun. We had the Cumberland Middle School and High School band there playing. They did a phenomenal job. And Councilman Hardy was there as a DJ, so he was playing Christmas music.
John Hardy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
And so, council was there, and all the town there, and the food trucks, and all the the various vendors and nonprofits were out there, and it's just a great environment. Super fun. It's not long. It's pretty short and sweet, so nobody freezes too much. But it was a great event, and we also had the Christmas parade from the Farmville JCs on that Sunday, the first Sunday of December, and the Christmas parade went well. We participated as Appomattox River Company, so I was trying to hide incognito in the driver's seat of the truck driving our float, but Megan Clark spotted me and called me out as I drove by. But it was great. I love the Christmas parade as well. It's just so fun to see everybody out having a good day and good night. So.
Puts everybody in the mood.
Yeah, it does. And it's such a unique small town thing to go to a Christmas parade and know the vast majority of people who are in it. It just makes it fun.
That's great. Well, the town does look fantastic.
It does.
Yeah.
I love this time of year here when all the light poles get decorated and everybody's decorating their storefronts and Main Street looks great. I was telling somebody we were talking at the tree lighting. I often talk about everybody pushing in the same direction when it comes to council and the board of supervisors, and how it feels like we're all pushing in the same direction now, which is great. And then also feel that with our civic bodies and our organizations like the Chamber of Commerce and the Farmville Downtown Partnership.
Rotarians.
Yeah, it feels like everybody's really pushing in that same direction and trying to make Farmville the best it can. And Farmville is shining, so it's a good thing.
Yeah. And now that they've got a place to go online that they can... That's
right. Now there's a community calendar. Yes, where everybody can get that collective information at their fingertips. And I went to a little get-together last night after a council meeting and was talking to somebody. Like, people often talk about a small town and you think maybe like a sleepy small town. Like, there's stuff to do here at all moments. Like, there is always something to do. And I can, like, as mayor, where you feel kind of compelled to get to as many as possible, there's a lot of events. It is not sleepy. It is a fast pace. There's lots of fun things to do.
That's right.
Which is great because it keeps everybody engaged and having fun together. And that's an important aspect of this community and an important aspect of what we need in this country, which is a continual connection with each other.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's
all right. Anything else you want to add?
I don't think so. I attended the National League of Cities conference last month. Went down to Tampa. Was amazed at some of the things I saw down there and talked to elected officials from across the country. I serve on 2 committees in that body, Small Cities Council and University Communities Council, and it just always re-energizes me to be surrounded by so many people who are dedicated to investing in their communities through service, and hearing the stories of what works, what hasn't worked, what may work here, what we could try and incorporate. I always come away from that feeling highly motivated and energized. And so we've got a few things we're going to debate here coming up about, maybe procedural changes, maybe projects that we could look at getting funding for to try and continue to build out our recreational spaces and public spaces that bring people together in the community. So I'm excited about that. So just as a little touch point, I'm a firm believer in workforce development, and that includes myself. I always tell folks I never walk into a room anticipating that I am the smartest person in it. And I'm also, conversely, never intimidated by anybody else's intellect in a room. So I come in even keel.
Right.
And I keep my ears open. Mm-hmm. I love to hear ideas. I love to talk ideas. The more you're out there, the more you learn and the more confidence you get. That's right. From, these other people who have maybe been in that area, working in that area for a longer period of time. But, it's all a learning Absolutely.
Experience.
Yeah,
Really
I had that conversation with a community member last night, older community business member who was talking about some business coaching he had been receiving. And he was like, some people may look at it and be like, oh, it's a waste of money. He was like, but for me, it's proven hugely beneficial. And I was like, I commend you, man, because not enough people are that intellectually curious to continue to learn, right? To be humble, to say, I don't know everything. Let me see what I can learn from somebody else. Like, that takes some curiosity and humility that I really appreciate, and those people are often successful.
That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah, super. All right, I guess we won't see you until next year.
Yes, ma'am. We won't see each other till 2025. I have greatly appreciated coming in here on Thursday mornings and sharing some time with you.
Well, we certainly have appreciated you being here because it always makes us feel better to know the town is being run well and is successful, and it just gives everybody a pat on the back.
Yeah, well, I think this is a beautiful place to live, and I enjoy sharing the time and the space with all of y'all.
Good. Well, thank you.
Absolutely.
And have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
You as well.
All right. The same to your family as well.
Yes.
All right. That was Farmville Mayor Brian Vincent here with us. And he was just giving us a rundown on basically everything that it's going very smoothly. So their projects are being incorporated, and we just are very, very thankful to live in this community with a mayor like Brian Vincent at the helm. Let's put it that way. All right, we have 25 minutes after 8 o'clock. And let's see what our temperature is outside, if it's gone up any. Yeah, we're at the freezing mark now, at 32 degrees outside of the Francis E. Wood Studios. And let's take a look at, on this date in history, what happened. And we're going to... the year 2000 for our special event, the featured event, U.S. Supreme Court decision on the presidential election. On this day in 2000, the U.S. Supreme Court effectively awarded the presidency to George W. Bush, ruling that a fair recount of ballots in Florida could not be performed by the deadline for certifying the state's electors. So that was that. And let's move on down here to 2020. English writer Jean Le Carre, who was best known for suspenseful, realistic spy novels, died at the age of 89. In 2015, a landmark climate change agreement was reached at a UN conference in Paris as 195 countries agreed to limit greenhouse gas emissions. The accord effectively replaced the Kyoto Protocol. Let's see, 2009, with the victory of Democratic politician Anise Parker, Houston became then the largest city in the United States to elect an openly gay mayor. In 1999, American author Joseph Heller, the author of Catch-22, that was in 1961, one of the most significant works of protest literature to appear after World War II, died at the age of 76. 1977, the music drama Saturday Night Fever starring John Travolta had its world premiere, and the film was a huge hit, as was the accompanying disco soundtrack by the Bee Gees.
Saturday Night Fever is a great name for a musician or a band.
Oh, is it?
No, I don't know.
Oh,
maybe.
Could be.
Potentially.
It was a great movie.
Yeah, great movie.
Great movie. 1964, Kenya became a republic on the first anniversary of its independence from Britain. 1936, Chinese nationalist leader Chiang Kai-shek was seized by one of his own generals, beginning the Xi'an incident.
Hate when that happens.
Yeah. 1923, American game show host Bob Barker, who is best known for hosting The Price is Right, was born. It was his birthday today. Of course, The Price is Right, it was from 1972 to 2007. He hosted that show. 1915, American popular singer Frank Sinatra, who also achieved wide success as a film actor, was born in Hoboken, New Jersey.
We were just talking about him, too, this morning. That's weird.
In 1846, New Granada, now Colombia and Panama, signed the Bidlack Treaty with the United States, granting U.S. right-of-way across the Isthmus of Panama in exchange for a guarantee of neutrality for the Isthmus and the sovereignty of New Granada. And we'll go down here to 1821, when novelist Gustave Flaubert, a leading figure in the realist school of French literature, best known for his masterpiece Madame Bovary, was born. And that's about it.
Very nice.
For that.
Very
and
nice.
That takes us
down to the bottom.
Down to the bottom of the hour, where we will have our weather forecast and our birthday and anniversary. So, this edition of the weather is brought to you by Harold W. Collins Clearing and Grading, located at 2113 Cumberland Road in Farmville.
Harold W. Collins Clearing and Grading has been helping to build Southside and Central Virginia since 1960, providing all excavation, general contracting, and hauling needs. 5 miles north of Farmville, 2113 Cumberland Road, at the intersection of 45 and Range Tavern Road. Call 392-6010 or stop by Harold W. Collins Clearing and Grading.
Well, thank you, Henry. The WFLO forecast for today calls for lots of sunshine. It's going to be a cool day today, 45 degrees for a high.
Do you think you can handle it, Chris?
I can handle it. Sure, I can.
You got this, you look like you're from, the Middle East with that. Like, you should be, walking through the deserts.
Oh, my little poncho thing, my little...
Yeah. It's very cool.
Thank you. It keeps me warm, and it's red.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
It's
festive.
red for Christmas, yeah.
For Christmas.
Yeah. Let's see. Tonight we'll see a low of 24 degrees. I don't know whether I can handle that or not, but lived through it when it was 17 degrees,
oh,
right?
Boy. Yep.
All right. On Friday, tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high 48. Friday night, partly cloudy with a low around 26. I hope that we can see that meteor shower tomorrow night, because Saturday is going to be cloudy and Sunday too. So hopefully we get out there, Angie and I'll get out there with some hot cocoa and look at the meteors, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, we partly cloudy with a low of 26 degrees. On Saturday, mostly sunny with a high 45. Saturday night, mostly cloudy with a low of 28 degrees. On Sunday, cloudy, then a 50% chance of some rain developing with a high of 46 degrees on Sunday. Sunday night, rain likely at 60% with a low of 38. And let's see, we might as well go to Monday. Monday, a 30% chance of rain with a high of 56 degrees. Your humidity is at 73%. Our winds from the west around 5 miles per hour. Our barometer is slowly rising at 30.25 inches. We do have fair skies outside. It is 32 degrees. That's your weather forecast brought to you by Harold W. Collins Clearing and Grading. Give them a call at 434-392-6010. That's 6010. Right. Okay. Birthday calendar coming up, brought to you by Creative Electrical Contractors, located at 1907 East 3rd Street in Farmville.
Creative Electrical Contractors specializes in commercial and industrial projects and offers quality work at competitive prices. CEC is a licensed Class A contractor in Virginia and North Carolina. Creative Electrical Contractors has been in business for 25 years, still committed to the values that were established when the company opened in 1998. Integrity, quality workmanship, and timely delivery. CEC, located at 1907 East 3rd Street, Farmville. You can contact CEC at 434-392-3802 or at creative-electrical.com.
All right, Noah, how are you, by the way?
We're good. I think we're fine. Right?
Yeah. I just really didn't get to
we
talk
talked
to
a
you.
little bit this morning.
Yeah,
he came in.
Okay.
I was like, "Hey," and then I left the room.
No,
I'm
you
kidding.
were busy.
Yeah, we did
Busy
have
doing some other things. Anyway, we've got
Yes.
the birthday calendar with us. Tell us who's celebrating today.
All right. Well, I got to make sure what day it is.
It's the 12th.
It's the 12th today. All right. So for that, we have two birthdays. And the first one is Charles Bowman, like a bow and a man.
Bowman.
That's a fun name. And then Charles and Charlie Leonard Hernandez. So you have a Charles and a Charlie celebrating today.
One Charles and one Charlie.
Is Charlie like another way of saying Charles, right? It's like the same name. So
yeah, I would say so.
Two Charles having a birthday this morning. That's great. And if you have a birthday or an anniversary, or if you know somebody who has a birthday, you can send that information in real sly-like by emailing us at birthdays@wflo.net or calling them in, which is less sly, but we love to hear from you. 434-394-0924. That's the number to call in with a birthday hot scoop. You know, that's what they call it, right? When it's like a big story, like a hot scoop.
Hot scoop.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need a hot scoop birthday.
Yeah, I
And
learned
big-
something new today.
Yeah. All right.
Hot scoop. Okay, birthday calendar brought to you by Creative Electrical Contractors. If it's not right, they'll make it right. Call 434-392-2802. All right, our time is 8:35. We have open lines right now. So you can welcome to call in, tell us how you're doing, say hi. I'm going to get my Christmas cards out this weekend. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Did you? Where did you get your photos done?
Photos.
Oh, do you have photos in your Christmas card, or is that not
No, I'm not that
savvy?
savvy.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's nice.
And Francis always used to, whenever we would get a Christmas card, he would send a Christmas card to those people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, instead of having a list of people to send cards to. I don't know. He was always strange about that.
That's very well.
Yeah. Anyway.
To each their own.
To each their own. It's just December the 12th.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got famous birthdays coming up.
Okay.
Actor Billy Nighy, Nighy,
Yeah. Nice.
turned 75 today. And let's see what his fun fact is. He voiced a goose named Longneck in the recent animated Wild Robot. I sort of wanted to see that movie, The Wild Robot.
Yeah, that just came out.
No, it's been out for
It's been out for a
few
minute.
months. Yeah.
Okay.
Actress Jennifer Connelly
Oh.
turns 54 today. And, of course, she was in that series Dark Matter.
Do you have the same photo of Jennifer Connelly I have? It's very.
She's got a big smile.
Yes.
Wearing some kind of white
Yeah.
thing with a
Yes.
Yeah, showing off her skinny neck.
Yeah.
Hair pulled back.
Yeah. Just giving a strange look to the camera. It's very intense,
Very
you know.
intense, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let's see who else is celebrating.
Well, let's see. Jennifer portrayed the younger version of Elizabeth Montgomery's character in Once Upon a Time in America.
Oh.
So, okay, actress Madchen, Madchen, Madchen maybe?
Madchen.
Amick, Amick, is 54 today. And she's in the TNT miniseries I Am the Night. So I haven't seen that, but anyway, she has 2 children, Mina and Sylvester.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, you'll know this girl.
Oh yeah.
Her name is Mayim Bialik, and she turns 49 today. She was The Big Bang Theory.
Yes, that's correct.
That's right. And she also directed and co-wrote the 2022 film As They Made Us. So she's a director as well. Sky Katz is 20 years old. Her middle name is Jay, and she was in the film Hustle in 2022. So that was her claim to fame. Short list here of other people celebrating. Singer Connie Francis. Do you know Connie Francis?
I do.
Well, good. She's 87 today.
Very cool.
Singer Dionne Warwick. Do you know the way to wherever?
I don't.
Send a message to Michael. Da-da-da-da.
I don't know that song.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Singer
think so.
Dionne Warwick is 84.
I'm sorry I ruined the joke.
That's all right.
Chris.
Actor Wings Hauser is 77. Actor Dwayne Chase of Sound of Music, 74. He must have been one of the children, one of the little kids.
Had to be. Yeah.
Country singer LaCosta is 74. Gymnast turned actor Kathy Rigby is, 72 today. Singer percussionist Sheila E. is 67. Actor Cherie J. Wilson of Walker, Texas Ranger, and Dallas is 66. Guitarist Eric Schneckman of Spin Doctors is 61. Bassist Nicholas D'Amincino of 9 Days is 57. Actor Regina Hall is 54. Actor Lucas Hedges of Boy Erased and Manchester by the Sea is 28 years old today. And that is the list.
Very cool. I see there's one, there's another section that says historical birthdays. And
Right.
John Jay, apparently the first Chief Justice, is that true? He's also having a birthday today. I don't think he's with us any longer.
I don't think so. Frank Sinatra, of course, Bob Barker as well. All of that, those facts and whatever from the Associated Press coming in. All right, it's Thursday. We should be hearing from Henry, maybe.
Any moment, Chris, any moment.
Any moment.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anyway, we'll move along. Our time is 8:40 outside. It's your Thursday, December the 12th, and just think 2 weeks from today, it'll all been over with.
Yeah.
But, some people, especially during the middle of the week, with Christmas, because it's on a Wednesday this year, they'll celebrate either the weekend before or the weekend after. Usually on that, it will probably be the weekend after because it has been so close to Thanksgiving that it makes it kind of,
Too close?
Too close. A little too close. But anyway.
It's interesting.
It is interesting. Some oddities maybe
Yeah.
coming up.
That'd be cool.
All right.
Do you have any, let me ask you this. Do you have any plans for the weekend, Chris?
This weekend?
Yeah, this weekend.
What is this weekend? Is it the 14th? The 14th.
Yeah, the 14th. That's Saturday.
Probably we'll finish up just a few little minor shopping things that I need to do and buy pie ingredients because I'm
you got to make
baking pies.
You got to make your army of
My army
pies.
pecan pies. Yeah.
That's a lot. 25, right? 24, 25.
I'm pretty sure.
My
It'll
goodness.
be around that number.
Wow.
Could be more.
That's gonna
could be
smell.
less.
That's gonna smell real
Oh,
good.
the house really smells.
It's gonna smell like a
good.
candle. Oh my god!
Oh, they should make a candle that smells like a pecan
I'm
pie.
sure they've done that.
No, I don't think so.
This,
but anyway,
I think we might have.
We do.
Henry
we might.
potentially.
Let's see. Good morning. You're on the Call Flow Show.
Hello?
Well, hello.
Finally got through there.
Yes,
yeah.
you did. Hi, Henry. How are you?
I'm hanging in
Well, good.
best I can.
Yeah, well, I heard Tuesday you have a little trouble breathing with your breathing.
Yeah, well, it went downhill after that, but first of all, I saw in the news where a pair of suspenders got arrested for holding up a man's pants. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I was visiting in the hospital one day some years ago, and this lady came up to me and she says, she called a doctor's name and she says, "Is he a baby doctor?" And I said, "No, he's full grown." You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, the guy said his heart skipped a beat, a watermelon and 2 rows of butter beans. So I don't know what.
That's funny. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw where a famous baseball player got rid of his old bat and never remarried.
Oh. Isn't that terrible?
That was terrible.
It was terrible.
But I have a reputation to live down to.
Okay. All right.
Well,
It's good.
this past Tuesday, I asked on Call Flow if listeners would pray for me. And later that day, I slipped and fell.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But I just slid down against my chair, and I was leaning back against the chair, and I was under my walker and also a little table. I was up underneath them, but I was leaning back against my chair. And, of course, I was home alone, and anyway, I was in a sitting position, which helped my breathing, because if I'd have been flat, I'd have been in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So, Christy and the girls were at school, so I just sat there on the floor, and I didn't think I'd hurt myself, but after a while, I called Chrissy, and she asked her ex-brother-in-law, who is also a friend of mine, to come and help. So they were able to lift me up and get me back to my chair that I slept in. And during the night at various times, I prayed that I would not be sore. And on Wednesday, I wasn't when I woke up. And I say that to Jesus to the rescue, because I should have been hurt. I should have been sore where I couldn't get up, like from my chair to go to the bathroom or whatever. But again, it shows who's in control.
That's right.
But I thank all the people that may have prayed for me, and I pray that you'll continue to pray for me.
All right, we will.
And my phone number is 414-0096.
Okay, got it.
And it's a 434 area.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And if anybody wants to call me and talk about whatever, or
Yeah,
for
because
me, or
I think
anybody.
when you're there by yourself, it helps to talk to
Yes.
somebody.
Yes,
Okay.
it does help immensely.
All right.
Yes, I appreciate it. My phone number was. Well, it's actually unlisted. It's a cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
It's not unlisted, but nobody knows it except people that have heard me say it here on the air.
Mm-hmm.
So, in a way, I'm praying that things will get better. It is discouraging, and so prayers help me.
Well, that's great.
And so,
Well, don't you have a birthday coming up soon?
beg pardon?
Don't you have a birthday coming up soon?
If Christy had a birthday.
No, you have a birthday.
Yeah, the 29th.
The 29th of December, right?
29th of December.
And how old will you be? How old will you be?
Let's see, I believe it's 87
Okay.
or 88. I've forgotten which. I was so young when I was born.
Oh, that's the old Henry. That's one I like. Yeah. All right.
But
well.
anyway, Christy's birthday was yesterday.
Oh, okay. Tell her happy birthday.
I will do that, and she was 45.
Wow.
And
They
a
grow up-
sweetheart.
Yeah, they grow up fast, don't they?
I tell you, that's really fabulous. And she takes care of me.
Yep.
But she has to work, and so thanks to all of you who pray for me.
We will pray for you.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
And I hope to talk to you again on Tuesday, maybe.
Okay, that'll be fine.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
God bless.
Bye-bye. God bless.
It was nice hearing from Henry.
He didn't
Yeah.
sound,
Yeah,
very,
little bit of
a little weak.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, let's hope that he gets better. But see, everything that he's gone through in his life, he will bounce back.
Definitely.
Believe me.
I always find it interesting, like, you ever hear about, like, the oldest people in the world? There's always, like, a new old person, the oldest person in the world. It's always funny to me when they, like, re-enter their teens again. You know what I mean? They're like 113. And then you have to be a teenager again in the same lifetime. Isn't that just, I don't know.
That's an interesting concept.
It's a very weird.
Yeah. Very interesting concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope Henry makes it to, like, to become a teenager again. That would be really exciting for me to watch. Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
Very cool. Very cool.
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah. Well, open lines at 434-394-0924. That's the number to call in. And on this lovely, I won't say lovely, this very nice Thursday.
Well, it is lovely.
Yeah.
Yes. Very seasonal out.
You can say lovely. I feel a little weird saying.
Oh, you feel a little weird saying
A
that.
little lovely day. You start throwing lovely around too much, people begin to wonder. No, I'm kidding. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, look at that. Phone's ringing again.
Well, welcome. You're on the Call Flow Show.
Good morning. Thank you for playing Firefall yesterday morning.
Oh, you're welcome. I thought about you. Decided I'd play it because I like that song as well.
Yeah, it's a good one. I also like the Kenny Rogers song that you played, Christmas Every Day. I've never heard that before until yesterday.
Really? All right.
Nope.
Well, very good. You're going to hear a lot of our listeners are going to hear a lot of Christmas songs that they've never heard before.
True.
We have such a library of Christmas
Like the
music.
Leon Russell one. I've never heard that either. I didn't even know he had a Christmas song.
I didn't either until I played it. So, anyway, what was your favorite one?
Chris played, I think it was at the end of the 11 o'clock hour.
Yeah.
Or
the
10 o'clock hour. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
But it's by Tom Waits.
Postcard from Minnesota.
Minneapolis,
Minneapolis.
actually.
No, is it Minneapolis or
it's
Minnesota?
Minneapolis.
I'm sorry.
No, I apologize, Chris.
It's
yeah.
okay.
But that's like my favorite song, like Christmas song.
It's by a guy named
I've
Waits.
never heard it.
Tom Waits.
Tom
It's so
Waits.
good. It's so good. Yeah. It's very like picturesque, and it tells a very
like he's
upsetting story.
writing a postcard.
Well, it's actually from a girl he knew in like Minneapolis, just a very like that he hasn't talked to in years, and she's like asking for it. It's really just like a great, just like I don't know. I love those songs that just like carry such a like a visual story with it, and that song does a very good job.
Yeah,
It like
Is
really
it like a
paints.
slower song? What?
It's like
I've never heard this.
I'd say it was like more like a jazz. It has like a jazz element to it, but it's not like saxophones. It just has a very like kind of groovy jazz tune.
Yeah, I don't think he's actually singing it. He's more or less talking it, isn't he?
That's how he kind of sings like that. It kind of sings like how Bob Dylan sings. They can't. So
Right.
yeah.
You got that right. Yeah, talking about visual, I always, when the chestnuts are roasting on an open fire, I can see that,
in your mind, in your mind's eye.
King Cole song.
Do what?
The Nat King Cole song. Yeah. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's up with Jack Frost nipping at your toes? What's up with that? Is that the line, or am
No, he doesn't nip at your toes. He nips at your nose.
Nips at, oh, gotcha. See, I can't. I just hear lyrics and I'm like, I think that's what they said. I don't know. Who knows?
Oh, thanks you for correcting him on that.
Yeah. Were you not going to correct me, Chris?
For a moment there, I was going along with it. Jack Frost nipping at your toes. I'm thinking, well, your toes do get frostbites.
Yeah.
So,
Well, John would have done it, but he's not there.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, he
He
is.
would have played like 10 sound effects by now, and like a couple of horn sound effects, a couple of bell taps.
I do.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
That's right.
There we go. All right.
Yeah.
That bell that I'm ringing, by the way, tapping, it belongs to WFLO.
Okay. Yeah.
A long time ago, when one of the announcers would ring that bell at the beginning of his show.
Very
I can't
nice.
remember. I think it might have been Larry LeSueur.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is John doing better? Because I remember on Tuesday he said he wasn't feeling too good.
Wasn't feeling too hot. I think he's doing better. Yeah, I think he's doing.
He's feeling hotter today.
Yeah. Well, that's, yeah. I guess it's warm. No, I think he's doing. Well, he's here in the building, so we can bring him in for a minute with John. A little side.
John's
segment.
busy working.
He's busy working.
Now, can you do his laugh?
I don't know. That's pretty bad. How does
That was more like the Pillsbury Doughboy.
That's right. Hey. Yeah, that was more like the Pillsbury Doughboy. He kind of does this deep stomach, like gut laugh, He's like, ha, ha, ha.
Well, anyway,
Something like that.
Something like that. Speaking of the Pillsbury Doughboy, every time I see the Pillsbury Doughboy, I think of Katie now.
You do. Oh, that's funny.
Why?
Well,
Well,
she likes the Pillsbury Doughboy.
she does, and maybe that's why she likes me, because I remind her of that in some way.
I can't imagine
No,
that. No.
I do wear a little chef's hat, like the Pillsbury Doughboy, though.
You do?
No, I don't. Come on.
I'm so gullible.
I know. It's a
I
shame.
can see you in a chef's hat. In fact, oh boy, now I know what I'm going to get you for Christmas.
Oh, boy. Little Chef Boyardee had to come in.
Yeah, man.
With it on. Yeah, man. Hey, man. Okay. Yeah, maybe I will start wearing. Sorry.
Does she poke your stomach?
No. She learned her lesson the first time. I literally can't control what I'm afraid I will hit her. If by
You're
not
that ticklish?
intentionally. I am. I just my whole body is just I'm like a cat that's falling. I just I extend all my limbs out. I'm like, get away. Very sensitive. Also, I've been known to when I'm sleeping in bed, I kind of just make fists and just throw my arms in random directions.
Mm-hmm.
There was one time where Katie woke up and she was like, you hit me in the face, and I was like, oh no. Oh no! But
You're just like, did I?
yeah, I had no idea. But I'm just a very sleeping. I can't. Just my arms are everywhere, and with the touching, if it's like ticklish or sensitive, I'm in your face about it. I don't know, Chris. Do you get that way? Do you ever just like?
Yeah, sometimes.
With Francis, were you ever like, hey?
He was worse than I was.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. But, but my feet, I could get him to massage my feet till
the cows come home.
Right.
And you don't own any cows.
No, I don't own any cows. But you wouldn't touch Francis's feet.
Interesting.
He just was very ticklish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. It's okay.
Some people are just built different.
Are you ticklish, caller?
This is a weird conversation. This is a weird conversation, man. I don't know.
It all started with the Pillsbury Doughboy, right?
Yeah, that's how it started.
That's true.
It's funny how things go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So are you doing all right today?
Yeah, I need to hear that postcards from Minneapolis or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I mean, Chris, you have, if you feel like you should play it, go ahead and play it. I don't know, it is my favorite Christmas song
and
of
then
all
that
time.
will make you wonder about Noah.
Wow. That's unbelievable. What a low blow.
No, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
He just came in and said that's
true.
One of my favorite
I did
Christmas
come
songs.
in and say that.
I'd never heard it before.
Yeah.
And I was thinking.
Well, it's an older song, too. I think it's like 1971.
That's old to you.
Older.
Older, yeah.
That's not like, I think even like the 90s are now considered old. Not like, I'm not talking about like 60s old, but just like it's got a little bit of a age to it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, don't say that. I was born in the 90s.
Oh, God.
You were born in the 90s? You're young. Then.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Anyway.
Just a baby.
Just a baby.
Just a baby.
Just a baby.
Were you the youngest in your family, Chris?
No.
Okay.
I was. I'm the second oldest.
I hate being the youngest because no matter how old or disgusting I get, or like if I, just like no matter how old I am, they're just like, oh, you're just a baby. You're just a baby. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I was always, terrible.
I'm the youngest.
Are you the youngest as well?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Usually they say the youngest gets spoiled. I don't know what they were talking about when people start saying that.
Me neither.
Yeah. Yes, I can understand that because my brother, who had a birthday yesterday, is 9 years younger than me, and he was spoiled rotten.
Interesting.
Yeah. He would tag along on Mother's, robe in the morning, like feed me,
Yeah.
He loved to eat.
That's terrible.
I know.
Do you ever bring those memories up to him and be like, you were a real son of a gun?
Yeah. When I had later on when I would have a date or something like that, he would rush to the door just so he could say, "Christine, your victim is here."
That's kind of funny, though, Chris. That's kind of actually. That's really funny. I don't know. I'm going to have to side on your brother with this one. I'm going to have to side with your brother on that one.
Oh, well. And then I had to go and explain to my date that, my brother was a total pain.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
Oof. Oh, I think what happens is, about being the youngest is like, when parents have their first kid, all of their resources go into that first kid, and then they have a second kid, and they're like, okay, we're going to try to do the same, but then some resources get left behind. By the sixth kid, you're just like, here's a toothbrush and a screwdriver, and just figure it out. Like, they're. You know what I mean? But like, it's a total decline. It's like the stock market. It's like crash. It's just like there's no ups, and it's just like straight down until Anyways, that's my theory on the matter.
All right. Well, we've got to go.
Okay, we do. All right. Well, caller, we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, bye.
Okay?
All right, bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
All right, Chris. Well, we're 1 minute over. We got to get going.
I know. Or the news is going to leave us,
That's right. That's right.
Okay. All right. Everybody take care. Thanks for your calls. And we'll do it again tomorrow.
Toodaloo.